if I do look sleepy, yeah. The weekend has been amazing. I do have big news coming up on that. Exciting news. So yeah, if you What's up, guys? So today's video I will be talking about why, how I started my candy business and why I ended it by basically closing it. So I do need my iPad or tablet, whatever. I made this video already, but I left out a lot of details. So yeah. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Lewis. I'll be pretty much vlogging about how I run my business on a day-to-day life, DIYs and videos like this, pretty much to help and for you guys to learn from my mistakes. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and yeah, share this video to somebody that wants to start a business or may think about starting a business, or like this video just because, or share this video just because. So I'm rambling, and thank you guys. Please bear with me. Like I said, this is my second time making this video, so I do need this. So yeah. So the reason that I started the business, I literally don't know. Honestly, a lot of stuff that I do, I don't know. I went on TikTok one day and I seen these two girls making candy videos, making videos about how they're running their business. I seen how they were making tons of money on it, how they were basically in love with the job, which is something that I wanted to be a part of. So literally the next day I woke up saying, okay, should I start a candy business? This is back in August of 2020, so last year. So I woke up, decided, hey, why not start a candy business? Went to the store that exact same day, brought $130 worth of candy, started, announcing I have something new coming, I have a new business coming, and 3 days later I launched the website, and yeah, so that's how I pretty much started. Now, with that, that's how I pretty much started. Now, that week after I launched the business, I did make my money back. I actually broke even and I made profit from, the first week, which was a surprise to me because I didn't really give it no time to actually build up the suspense. I just brought the candy one day, 3 days later I dropped the website, which was a good thing, but, it came with its own, issues. Not really. At that point, everything was good. You made money with something you randomly thought to do, so, that was a good thing. Now, what made me want to shut it down is the question that I got a lot. The promotion videos were pretty much, it was only so much I could do with promotion videos. Like, I'm not a promoter, I'm not a marketer, I'm not none of that. So as me being me, not even just literally just jumping into it, it was only so much I could do with videos like Pack With Me videos, me packaging candy, me showing inventory. It's like literally only so much I could do with the candy. Now if I was making the candy from scratch, that was a whole nother video. That, like, I would still be not probably would. It takes too much time, honestly. But if I was making videos or making the candy from scratch, that would be a whole different thing. It's like, if you really think about it, what you could, if you were maybe a marketer or promoter, you could do a lot with candy. And I know you could do a lot with candy, but it's me still running a clothing business, a shoe store, going to the gym, and I had a lot to really think about, and plus my mind is wandering and running at 1,000 miles an hour all the time, so I really couldn't think too much about a business that, I could, because I did love it at the time. When I first started, loved the business, was obsessed with it. I thought it was the best thing that I could have ever done. So I loved the business. I pretty much devoted all my time. I literally put my clothing and shoe website to the side and just focused on clothing. But as the months go by, I decided it's only so much I could do with candy. So yeah, that was an issue, and I didn't want to keep showing candy. Okay, promote link in bio. I wanted to create content where I don't have to say there's a link in the bio or you order it today or something like that. I just like clothing. I literally take you step by step how to make the shoes, clothing, whatever, and it'll be that. If you want to check it out, it'll be linked in the bio. I don't want to have to say, oh guys, I'm selling candy, because people would think, oh, I just bought candy, or I'm showing y'all candy that I bought from the store. So the whole concept of the creating videos to promote the candy was something that I didn't personally like doing, because it was always just in your face, link in bio, candy, 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 buy this, buy that. And I don't like doing that. And I don't like when people do that to me, so I didn't like the whole process of that. So yeah. Another thing was the prices. Prices had to be bumped up just for me to make profit. Plus, I had to charge shipping. Now, that was the whole thing. It wasn't that expensive if you think about. It wasn't that expensive, but I did feel like it was kind of expensive for just plain candy. Now, again, if you decide to go in this business or go in this field of selling candy, I encourage you. There are people that will spend the money on the candy. Believe me, people spend $300 on a shirt. So they will spend money on things that they want. I don't want to discourage anybody about going into the candy store field or going into the food and anything, because it does get better. But I'll explain that later. But the prices were a little too high. I do want to say that. Plus, I couldn't really pay for shipping at the time, because if I did that, that would be pointless of having a candy store. So the prices were a little too high for me, so I could make, for everybody, so I could make profit. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm all over the place. But yeah. Now, the main reason why I really closed the store is because was there money lost in this whole thing? Yes, I lost some money in this process, because I was buying a lot of candy. Like, I still to this day have candy, and I just give it away for free once people purchase like shoes or a shirt from me. I just give it away. I did lose money, but I saved myself. I didn't buy any more candy after some period of time, because I'm like, I knew I was going to shut it down. I knew this, but I didn't buy any candy after a certain amount of time, but I could have lost way more money in the end. But my main reason of closing the store was it wasn't making me enough money where I could live out my vision board. Now, if you haven't seen my vision board video, you might want to go back until the beginning of January. That's when I made that video. But though the candy wasn't making that big of a profit. Like, every now and then I'll make a few sales. Okay, cool. But then I look at the profit, it's little to nothing. It's like $7, $8 profit, which is from a person that, just doing this on the side, because that's what I was doing on the side. It was okay. I was okay with that. But for me to live my vision board, I want to look at each business like, okay, what if this business failed? Could I live off this one business? And living off a candy store business at the beginning stage, which is pretty much, I did it for a couple of months. I would say I closed it in the end of December, pretty much. I shut it down. So I couldn't live off that. So even though I know it was just the beginning, and I could have kept doing, but this whole opening up a candy store wasn't something that I looked into or had any big plans for or even thought it through. I literally just woke up one day and opened up a candy store just to see how it would do. It was a successful business if I really think about it, because I decided to close it even though I was still making sales. I literally closed it with a few sales that still had to go out. But I closed it because it wasn't making the money that I wanted to have, with to live out my vision board pretty much. Now, I don't want to come across as this snobby or, oh, he's too good for this person. That's not me. If you know me, that's not me at all. But I was doing shoes, clothes, and selling stencils. Like, I was literally wholesaling people stencils and vinyl and things like that. So the lowest amount of money I made, the lowest amount of profit that I make on a pair of shoes is $100. So $100 up is what I'm making on a pair of shoes. So a profit, pretty much. So I'm making $100 plus profit on a pair of shoes, one pair of shoes. And for me to basically, what I did was shut my whole website down, which I was making a lot of money on. For me to make all this money from shoes, clothes, and stencils, I was literally wholesaling stencils, guys. You know how many people make custom shoes that I was literally selling stencils to. So basically, I decreased my own income because I wanted to try something new, which to this day, I do not blame myself for trying it. I do not blame myself for even wanting to do it, trying it, going for it. None of that. I don't blame myself for that at all, because I'm literally just backtracked and went back to what I'm doing, and I picked up off where I left off from, pretty much, if that made sense. So yeah, pretty much the thing was the candy wasn't making enough the candy store wasn't making enough profit for me to keep going and for me to live off that one business. So that's literally the main reason I closed it, because if I kept putting money into it, it was slowly coming back in, which is not a problem. I do believe in slow and steady wins the race and all that stuff, but at this point, I wanted to get a new house, get new furniture, get all this stuff. So yeah, that's really the main reason I closed. But yeah, so, and another thing is people wanted edibles. I don't smoke. I literally barely drink. I drink probably twice or once a year. So I barely drink. I don't smoke at all. I can't even be around smoke because it makes my head hurt. So edible, I don't like the feeling of being high. So I wasn't about to try my own products. So I just stayed away from edibles. If I was in the edible business, that people were willing to spend $300 on an order. So if you want to get in any business that's legal, whatever, dude, hey, that's the business I would go to if I smoked or did all that other stuff. But yeah. And another reason I closed it, I think the timing was off. I started in August, and then you have the busy months, which is August, and then you got November, and then you got December. But October business started picking up, I guess. So the timing, and then after Christmas, flatline. Everything just stops. Everybody's not really buying anything. Everybody's just spent all this money on Christmas, and then New Year's coming up. So maybe the timing was off. But again, I just did it just to do it. I didn't really have no future in it. I didn't really want to, I didn't plan any, lifelong dreams or, But, yeah. And then I started my cookie business. I started the cookie business, which tied into the candy business. So that was one way I was trying to stand out from everybody, just add cookies. The cookies started doing better than the candy, which is a good thing. Now, I do want to talk about the cookie business because that was its own thing in itself. But I will be still selling cookies. Now, people might, I will be opening up a new website for that when the time comes. But I will be selling cookies every 3 to 4 months. So it'll be like an exclusive launch. Because I know a lot of people liked the cookies that I did. I did Snickers stuffed cookies, cookies and cream. I really didn't like the Reese's like that, but they were okay. But the top sellers were the cookies and cream and the Snicker cookies. So I will be bringing those back probably in May or April, one of these months. So if you want to stay updated on that, I do ask you to subscribe to the channel to be updated on that, because those were selling like hotcakes. So yeah, I will be doing cookies again. I'm not opening up the whole candy store. It'll literally probably only be those 2 cookies, because making those cookies that's a full-time job. That's no joke. So yeah, if I do look sleepy, yeah. The weekend has been amazing. I do have big news coming up on that. Exciting news. So yeah, if you don't already know, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you'll know probably Monday or however things turn out. I'll be announcing that big announcement soon. But yeah, literally that's probably it. That's pretty much the reason I closed the candy store. I couldn't make a living off of it if it was just that and the promotion, and it wasn't making enough money for me to live out the things that I wanted and to do. So if you guys have any questions, if you feel like I left anything out, please comment down below. If you have any questions, again, please comment down below. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anything. So all my social medias will be down below if you want to follow those. Please consider subscribing, like this video if you found it helpful, and share this video to a person that has a business, wants to start a business, or even thinking about a business, or just share the video just because. But until next time, guys, sorry this video was really rushed and all put together because I got to get back to work. But see you guys in the next one. Peace.